Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel. And as you can tell by the title of this video, oh my gosh, yes I did. I got a nose job. To be more specific, I got a SeptoRhinoplasty done. And no, I did not get it for cosmetic reasons. I got it for breathing reasons because I was having and have always kind of struggled with breathing. I always thought maybe that's just kind of normal, and I've had ENT referrals put out before that I was too chicken shit to actually go through with, and decided to finally do it. I have no idea why I decided to go through with it during the pandemic, but I did. And actually I had a test done and it came back negative, so thank you, because I definitely don't want that. But long story short, yes, I had no surgery. I am about almost 3 weeks out of recovery for surgery, so my nose is still definitely healing, and I have started to recently just see results in my nose and see some minor changes. We'll tell you real quick before I show you the clips in the process of me getting surgery and healing I got done on my nose, if you're curious. So basically what they told me is talk to 2 ENT doctors, and they told me basically the same thing. I had a deviated septum. The sides of my nose were collapsing in up here and here, my nostrils. And also my tip was really thick, like the skin, and so it was sagging. So basically what they did for me during surgery is they lifted my nose up ever so slightly, so I had projection so I could breathe better. They extended my nostrils ever so slightly too, very moderate. What helps also, because like I said, the sagging of my nose on the tip, because my skin is so thick, they took out some of the skin right here and shaped it so that it doesn't sag over and cause breathing issues. So they did a lot of surgery on my tip of my nose, and then also they put in these kind of, I'll call them plastic stents that live in my nose forever. So basically it's not my actual bone. They didn't take cartilage from my ear, my rib, or in my septum to use. They used something else entirely that starts with L, an L I think, an implant. And so it's like a little stick that goes from here to here, here to here, and it helps my nose not collapse in on itself so I can breathe and be supported, which is great because that was causing a lot of issues for me. And basically they did a lot of work, but like a lot of it was definitely focused on the tip area and supporting my nose so I could breathe. And they didn't do anything with the bone here. So I have started to notice difference, but you'll see that after the video. Okay, here we go into surgery. I have my sister with me. That's all right. Okay. This is pretty, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, right next to a shopping area. Well, yeah, you were on the cord. Okay, just checked in, and now we wait. Okay, I got my IV in. I'm just waiting. I'm in my beautiful attire. See what happens. Goodbye, nose. Well, not goodbye. I don't want to be Lord Voldemort, but you know what I mean. Well, I had surgery. This is bright. Okay. No real heavy pain. It is, hold on. It is day 2. I had surgery yesterday. Just thought I'd show an update. So they gave me this blue strap that's kind of like, you know, those surgical masks that wrap around your head, but it was pushing so hard on my nose hurt. So instead I just take paper towels, duct tape, gauze underneath, and that way it's not pushing, it's just supporting, like, to catch the blood. I have a big head, so I'm assuming that's why. I'm not having any bruising. What you see right there is just heavy bags under my eyes from poor sleep, because it's really hard to sleep when you have this going on. So I've been using my stuff, which
is gauze. There's that blue nose strap thing that wraps around. Okay, I just cleaned my nose. And now I'm putting a thing back on. It's still numb. So this goes on and this holds it. But I just wanted to show. So it's day 3. Inside of my nose doesn't burn anymore. But I'm gonna chalk that up to the Tylenol I took at 9:30 this morning, and it's like 2 or 3 p.m. right now. I still feel really lethargic and kind of woozy, and I'm pretty sure that's just still from anesthesia and from my head and my face being operated on. I'm not bleeding as much anymore under my nose. Today is day 3, so I assume probably by tomorrow or something I won't be bleeding. I can breathe through my nose. In fact, I unintentionally was when I just fell asleep, and it freaked me out, and so I just forced myself to breathe out my mouth. This whole thing has forced Nate to bathe Ben, so he bathed Ben for the first time today, which was that was nice that I didn't have to do that, so that's good. But also I am swelling around. I'm not bruising, I'm just swollen and puffy right here, like my mid of my face is. And I will say that the surgery has made me really gassy and that I keep burping, and I'm pretty sure that's just because the air tube that was on the ventilator for surgery. Day 5. So my cast is coming off. You could see up, it's disconnected from my skin right here. It's still pinched here, but this is the only part that's holding on. So I'm not going to call that 24-hour number until it completely comes off, just because it's still on. You could see the bruising on my under eyes, and you could see right under the bruising right here, it's swollen. And this side profile for you probably looks awful because it's nice and swollen. Underneath looks good. Oh my god, I'm so swollen. Update. It is the evening of day 5. My cast came off. I plunked it back on. Their 24-hour number, I was like, oh god, what do I do? Basically, they said that casts usually fall off, and the on-call rhinoplasty doctor doesn't even use casts anymore on the nose. So he said I could leave it off or put it back on. And I said, isn't that going to cause the nose to heal different? And he said, no. Placed it back on because there's like a tacky side underneath. So that's what's like attached to my skin. I did clean my skin though, very gently with like hydrogen peroxide, and then put it back on. My nose is, I got to see my nose. My nose is very swollen. I highly anticipate that I will look like an avatar for the next couple weeks. So it's literally no bigger than my nose was before. That's all I gotta say. And my nose before was big. Okay, day 6. The past like 2 days I've been taking my anxiety medicine because I don't know, I'm not intentionally like trying to give myself anxiety. I'm not thinking about anything intentionally or even like side-handedly that I can think of thinking about anything, but I feel like I'm giving myself anxiety attacks, and at least I think that's what it is. And I don't know if it's because I still have the stents in my nose, or I'm worried because I do have like heavy guilt, and I'm like, God, why is it taking so long to get back to normal? Because all my other surgeries I've ever had never take this long. But then again, this is like on my face, the surgery, and I don't know, just, and then not being able to wear my glasses is making me dizzy, because you're not supposed to wear glasses. So it's just, I hate it. I hate it. I'm not in any pain anymore. It's been 6 days, so I'm like, Is it still the effects of the surgery, the anesthesia? It can't be, can it? Because I noticed after surgery, my appetite kind of went away. I'm not very hungry. I eat a little bit. I get full easy. Like, I bloated. I got bloated after surgery and it never went away. I get nausea waves every so often. And maybe this is a lingering thing. I don't know. You can see the incisions right there. Been keeping it clean. See, even moving my head like that makes me dizzy. And I don't know why. Then I'll start to feel better again. I'll get up and I'm like, oh damn, shouldn't have done that. And it's not like I'm doing anything arduous, mind you. Okay, I'm here to get my stents out. Sarah is with me. She's in the car right there. Oop, right there. And this mask is pushing on my nose and it hurts. Here we are. I'm gonna get it removed. This looked like my nose prior to surgery, so that's why I think it's kind of funny. Just a little bit bigger here. This doesn't look bigger than my original nose. Well, so where do you breathe through then? Oh, I see it.
Actually,
Evening of day 7. Got the splints removed. And now we just wait for the healing.
Okay, so we're gonna get a little bit closer. One of the first things I started to notice is that there's kind of indents right here and here on my nose, and that's because the shaping of the tip, I can see it right here. Like, the tip is still swollen. You can see it's still swollen, but I could see right here. I did tell the doctor, I'm not gonna say his name because privacy reasons. I don't know if he wants to be exploited like that, but that my children have my nose, so I want my nose to still look like my nose. I just want to be able to breathe, and his choice in telling me that the tip of my nose was like thick-skinned, and so he suggested taking the skin off and on the inside. Basically, if you have thicker skin, it's more of a high risk to combat it, because the only way to really do that, to make the tip smaller and not have it be so heavy, is to cut the fat or the skin that's between the skin and stuff, or the skin part, and to cut it, which could cause a lack of blood supply to the tip of your nose. But luckily I have not had that issue. My tip of my nose was really numb to the touch for a while, but now it's not anymore. And now what I do feel though is like it's still really hard and tight, kind of like not like pressure, but like almost like a cling wrap sensation. Like, you can tell the nose is starting to actually heal and recover from going through a traumatic surgery like that, if that makes sense. So the place that I feel that is here, the very tip of my nose where it's really hard, and then up here where I still feel kind of like a little bit swollen, where they put the implants in to help my nose be supported like tent poles. Basically, he said because of the way my nose is anyway, it could never be like a pinched nose because of, you know, very thick skin. And I guess you could say what he said is the ethnicity, it's a combination, so thick skin / ethnicity. My dad is Hispanic. I get my nose from my dad, so there's that. Recovery took a while, but Nate was able to take off to help me recover and watch the baby, so I could, which was a huge blessing, because I definitely couldn't have taken care of our kids and still tried to recover. I did sleep in a recliner in our room, and I had a travel pillow that I used also with other pillows to help me sleep. The first couple days I was so out of it that I did not care, and I just slept. Then it started to get real uncomfortable real fast, but I did sleep upright for a good week and a half, and then I slept in the bed with pillows upright, and now I'm just sleeping like normal in the bed, and it's been about 3 weeks. I will say though, I've gone through about 2 boxes of Q-tips because you're constantly cleaning your nose, So I didn't have to use a neti pot. They just told me to get saline spray, so I used saline spray to clean my nose, or I did, and I still kind of do. I will say though, I will say this, I have seen about 4 stitches come out of my nose by themselves, and I didn't have dissolvable ones. They were ones that the lady, when I went to go take my stents out, she said, oh, I think I got them all, and I've seen 4 so far still come out of my nose. So I don't know if she clipped them and they just didn't fall out yet, or she couldn't see them. Your nose does kind of leak a little bit for a while, which I didn't realize, or maybe that was just me because I told them that and they seemed fine with it. So my nose was leaking, and you can't blow your nose after surgery. So you kind of use Q-tips and the saline spray to clean your nose out ever so gingerly, which I have been doing. You never really realize how much you use your nose, like when you smile or kiss and stuff like that, or eat. I mean, your nose moves with everything, like every facial movement, right? So keep that in mind if you are interested in getting a nose job. And then I can also see a difference, the tip of my nose. So you can see the nostrils are longer, but just minimally, and the tip of my nose is less bulbous and more defined. For about the first 2 weeks after surgery, my smile was really weird. Because I couldn't, like, my top lip wouldn't lift all the way, and it still kind of doesn't, but it's definitely more normal. Like, I can definitely move it more. So when I smile, like, it's almost back to normal, but there's like a definite kind of tightness there still. For me, researching this, I mean, YouTube is a huge search engine. So for me, it was like, okay, I watched so many videos, be it people's recovery videos, or, you know, plastic surgeon people who posted the process of how they do it, and as close to what I knew how my nose was going to be done as possible, so I could get kind of an idea. Which is why I post so many other videos, and I'm so TMI with you guys, because I think it's so important to put this stuff out there, right? Because other people might want to know. So if you found this helpful, go ahead and like the video, but also make sure to subscribe, because I'm going to be doing like a update video, and then also other videos along the way, so you guys will be able to see the process of my nose healing. But I hope you all are doing well, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!